Welcome back to Views with Hughes or Jennifer News. This is Jerome Hughes, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. So this is coming in from Reuters as well as other mainstream media outlets and the trades. Says here, Florida board is picked by DeSantis to countersue Disney. Okay, so in other words, we got another tit for tat situation going on here between Disney as well as Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, as well as his board that he selected. So let's go ahead and get right into it. It says here that a district board appointed by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis to oversee development in and around Walt Disney Company's Florida theme parks on Monday, today, said it would file a countersuit against Disney in state court. Okay, so it says here the decision, which escalates tensions between Disney and the state of Florida, comes in response to a lawsuit Disney filed last week in federal district court against DeSantis and members of the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District Board. So long story short, basically, Ron DeSantis decided to go ahead and go after Disney because of special privileges that Disney's had over the years, and Disney got upset due to the fact that now there's government overseeing the company itself. Even Bob Iger's upset about it. So now they went ahead and then use some sleazy tactics and everything to go ahead and get control back. But Ron DeSantis, of course, didn't give up on the fight, so he didn't recognize it. He signed a bill into law restricting it. So now we see that now we have Disney planning to sue him, and now Ron DeSantis and his board is going to countersue Disney. If I also miss any details, be sure to go ahead and comment below. All right, so moving along. It says here also that the company accused the governor and the supporters of illegally using state government to punish the company for voicing an opinion that should be protected by free speech rights. In other words, they're using what Republicans have stated, that corporations also have rights like individuals, and they're stating that he's trying to pursue them and take over their free speech. Okay, so they were quoted saying he was quoted saying here, it says, Disney sued us, we have no choice now but to respond, saying Martin Garcia. Okay, so the skirmish between last year after Disney criticized a Florida measure banning classroom discussion, which they call Don't Say Gay Bill, where parents are given more rights to their children's education to make the decision to say so. Okay. And this is really surrounding the what they call sexuality and gender identity with younger children. Okay. So we all know that DeSantis is planning to state his run for president. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure because I don't know. No announcements have been made. A lot of people saying he will, some saying he won't. I just don't know. Quite frankly, I don't even care. Okay. So it says here that he's been often attacking them for their woke politics. Yes, Disney has gone full woke. If you don't notice that over the past decade, then you must have been either waking up from a coma or possibly sleeping on a rock. But moving along. Florida lawmakers passed legislation that ended Disney's virtual autonomy in Central Florida, where the Disney World theme parks attract millions of visitors each year. In this lawsuit, Disney also took issue with the DeSantis appointed board's assessment that development contracts Disney reached with its predecessors, which laid the foundation for billions of future Disney investment in its Walt Disney World Resort, were void. Okay, so in other words, the contracts are worthless, basically. So it says here the government action was patently retaliatory. In other words, politics, where it's patently anti-business and patently unconstitutional. Disney asserted in its legal filing. So this is the same thing, probably same thing similar to what Bob Iger said before. Okay. So the Martin said the oversight board had no role in enacting the legislation that Disney has been complaining about. Okay, but it's merely following laws enacted by the Florida legislature. Okay, so it also says here that DeSantis weighed in on the Disney dispute at a press conference held today to sign several bills that he said will strengthen law and order in the state. Okay, he was quoted saying it is wrong for one corporation to basically corrupt the local government and run it as its own fiefdom. Be exempt for laws, have all kinds of benefits that nobody else has. Okay. So he stated that he's acting on the will of the people, and Disney's putting their thumb in the eye of voters of the state. Okay. So we also know that, Donald Trump, who is basically going to get the Republican nomination, he said that, well, he's actually been slamming DeSantis' stance, saying on social media that the governor is being destroyed by Disney and warning that it's interesting. Why do Reuters bring this up? Why are they bringing up Trump? Are they doing it just to get more eyes on their articles, or are they doing this just to simply go ahead and take all the pressure and the bad publicity off of Disney? I don't know. But the interesting thing is public opinion is now stating that Ron DeSantis is wrong with what he's doing, as well as the fact that they also coming to the defense of Disney, when in reality, both sides are at fault. Both sides are definitely at fault over this matter. Now, why do I say that? Well, and I also got a few notes prepared for this one too, where we see that Disney is upset about DeSantis and his board not only taking over Reedy Creek on special investment district, but they also accused DeSantis of paying people on Twitter to say good things about him. But in reality, Disney said the same thing. Well, not said, done the same thing for over years with much more money, if not millions or billions of dollars. Okay. We also got they also got YouTube to disable the dislike buttons, also turn off the comment section, as well as ban those who are making rude comments or bad comments about that they report them. Okay, which led to many users on YouTube to put clever quotes out there, which are funny, by the way, in my opinion. But not only that, but they also done a lot of questionable things, including the things that they've done to even get the land in Florida, okay, to get the Disney World, as well as the Reedy Creek Investment District. Okay, so then they don't, it's like they don't have non-bloodstained hands themselves. All right, and on top of that, Disney's also always done things underhanded that so many people have also ignored or refused to acknowledge. Like, I don't know, being accused of being racist after shrinking John Boyega on the China promotion of Star Wars The Force Awakens movie posters, which led also to John Boyega later on in The Rise of Palpatine to state that I'm the only cast member whose experience of Star Wars was based on their race. This is interesting. Pretty interesting. Also, Disney removed the gay Black Panther 2 scene to avoid the China ban. Also, a Disney employee starts a food pantry for thousands of co-workers laid off, furloughed amid coronavirus pandemic closing. And right there, Disney didn't even do anything to help the employees out, which is sad. But instead, they chose to pay their CFO $11 million under contract and everything. Okay, not to mention the fact that the Disney cast members turned to Facebook to help the laid off theme park workers. They don't even help their own people. So who are they to call DeSantis or anybody for that matter carelessness, uncaring, reckless when they've actually done underhanded things themselves? Not to mention that they've been, branded hypocrites because for opposing Florida's law, what they call, don't say gay bill, as it emerges for the movie giant to go ahead and cut LGBT content from its movies to please the country that they deem to be what they call homophobic. Even censored in Russia, China, and the Middle East. Not to mention what happened in China when they were under fire for the Mulan credits. All right. But I digress. Those are many red flags that people who defend Disney are ignoring in this matter. Now, I'm not saying that either side, whether it's DeSantis or even Disney, is, at fault. In my opinion, they're both at fault. Okay, It's just that Disney has a slight upper hand of having bad things than doing bad things than DeSantis. But let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Do you think that this will go really far? How far do you think it's going to go? Who do you think is going to win? Let me know in the comments below if it's going to be Disney or DeSantis going to win. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what went wrong in the video. Also, if you enjoyed what I shared in the video, go ahead and smash that like button. Also, be sure to share far and wide across social media. And if you enjoyed all the content I put out there, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Until then, peace.